I think people need to start taking responsibility for their own actions. We spend so much time talking about how the government needs to, respond to climate change and reduce emissions, and we're always talking about companies being more responsible, but really people's personal choices in the car that they drive has as much effect as any government policy.
The Alliance is really all about the fact that 4x4s represent a unique combination of threats in terms of their size, their weight and their pollution. And so together they're unlike any other type of vehicle that's on the road at the present time.
These things are very fashionable and people are buying them, I think, on a whim. They're not really thinking about the things that a motorist ought to think about when they buy a car.
At a time when we've got increasing worries about climate change and traffic on the road, we seem to be going in completely the wrong direction with transport policy, with people, fashion trends taking us down the road of bigger, dirtier vehicles rather than cleaner, safer vehicles. And so we realised that we need to do something about it. The purpose of today's action is to enable people from the public to come along and meet the Alliance members and to pick up leaflets, the special parking ticket leaflets that we have here.
The parking tickets are Sian Berry's invention, and a year ago we did a whip around to get a first print run done. They went like hotcakes. They're so effective. They look just like a council parking ticket. So we have one for a number of different London boroughs, as well as a generic one for all over the country. They're placed on a four-wheel drive the same way that any parking ticket is, and then the driver comes back to find that, oh, parking ticket, but actually it's not. It's just some information about the damage that their car does.
I think that 4x4s are causing a huge amount of distress and destruction in London. They are not only far too large for most streets in London, they also cause far more deaths and injuries than other vehicles. And their fuel consumption is extremely high, and it means that they, in fact, pollute far more than the average vehicle. Now, that pollution actually causes asthma and all sorts of bronchial problems. And here in London, we've got an increasing problem. 1 in 13 people already has asthma, and it's going up.
Families who own 4x4s may think that they're much safer for the children, and we know that these times right now, we're more insecure and we want to feel safe, but actually the facts show that they're more unsafe, also to pedestrians and bicycle riders.
What we're hoping to achieve is to make sure, in the same way as drink driving is now socially unacceptable, we want to make sure that driving a dirty and dangerous car also becomes socially unacceptable.
We want to increase the congestion charging to £20 for each day for a 4x4. We want to increase the road tax that's charged for 4x4s so that they assume the proper amount of responsibility according to how much carbon dioxide they're actually emitting. And last thing is we want to ban any kind of public advertising of these damaging cars.
I'd like people who are driving 4x4s at the present time to really think about the implications of the type of vehicle they've chosen to drive.
Look at the facts, look at the safety figures, look at the fact they're involved in 25% more accidents, look at the fuel economy, think about the pollution, think about asthma rates in cities, and just try and make a responsible choice for car.